I found a club chair. This is fantastic, isn't it? This is like being in the cocktail lounge in the Ritz. No, it's not. It's like sitting under a busted smoking shelter next to a rusty mountain bike. Prisons. I kept saying I'd do one about prisons because recently I've been doing quite a few prisons, like, you know. It's going to be slightly different, you'll be pleased to know, I imagine, for a van as it is for a truck, particularly for the small van. So if you're going to go in a small van, you're not going to have to go through the rigmarole that we have to go through when I've got to take 9-10 pallets to DHL, which are the people who work inside the prisons who work the gear out for the inmates, like, you know. The good things about prisons, firstly, they're very easy to find. They're remarkably well signposted. They tend to not have too many entrances, not like some places where you go on the delivery entrance, you need to go out, come out. They tend to be pretty limited, like, you know. So there'll be one major road going in, and then also you've got to bear in mind prisons fit into 4 different categories, and up until this point I've only delivered to 2. There's category A, which is for long-term inmates and dangerous people. Category B, for people that have just arrested all kinds of inmates and dangerous people. Category C, which tends to be where the category B prisoners go to when they're kind of rolling through the system. And category D, which is your open prison, which is the one you go to before you get out. I've probably got that completely wrong. Most things I've got wrong. Steve, if you're listening, I'm sure you can fill me in. The one you really want is a D. D is the easiest because D is literally a barrier. You will have to go through the standard things. They're going to want to see your driving licence. They're going to want to check the vehicle. They may want to check the vehicle. They're going to want to take your mobile phone off you, your high-vis, that kind of stuff. But D is a lot easier. D is because the inmates can actually move around. They can have family in. They can go out. They can book days out, that kind of stuff. C, you're in. So if you're doing, I'd say for an example, if you're going to do a C, if you're in a van, small box, something like that, you want to go in, go to the reception, hello, got your paperwork, I've got a delivery, here it is. They may ask for your identification, and normally you will be able to drop the small box kind of round the corner in the office, in and out. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let's say you've got a bigger delivery. Let's say it's like Luton, let's say it's pallets and stuff like that. So you're going to come up to the C. Obviously, I mean, there's 2 reasons why I don't take this. One, they take your phone off you. But I don't just take the phone. I've got cameras. I've got cameras in the lorry now, so front and back, when I'm going down the motorway. Just don't touch your phone when you're driving. So I've got cameras at work. But 2, you can't take prisons because they just, you know, security and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to give you a rough idea of what you're going to expect. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to break in, but not that you would anyway, like, you know. But so what you're going to expect is, so there's a large door. You're going to have to go in. They're going to take your paperwork in the reception bit, ratify your paperwork, make sure you're expected, make sure you're going to be there. Then you sometimes have to wait outside because there's only so many vehicles allowed in one stage. Then what they'll do is the large door will open. You'll go in, then the large door will shut. Then you're in the holding pen. This is where they double check everything. They'll take your bag off you. They'll take any liquids off you, mobile phones, food, anything like that. So basically, I mean, the way I work, I've got my leather driver's bag and I've got flasks and stuff like that and my phone. I just stick it all in there. I say, is there anything you need off my phone information-wise? They say, no. I say, fine, I'm turning my phone off now. And you give them all of that stuff. That often just stays in the corner in the holding pen. It's quite safe there. It's a prison. They're big on security, like, you know, it's not like, I doubt someone's going to nick it. Sometimes they may put it in the office, but that stands in the corner. Then the guy's going to walk around the lorry or the vehicle, all that kind of stuff. They may go underneath with a mirror, open up the back, double check the passenger seat, make sure there's no one in there that shouldn't be in there or nothing in there that should be in there. Then they'll walk you through. Then the second gate opens. That's kind of like your portcullis bit. That goes through and shuts, and that'll put you into a pen. And then there'll be a load of other separate gates which will have to open and shut when they take you to where you need to be. They'll also walk you through. You will be escorted. So there will be someone who will take you all the way through to where you need to be. Then you open it up, you do the delivery, you sign your paperwork, and you do the whole thing backwards in reverse. Once they're happy, they've checked it, they've mirrored it, they'll give you your bags back, they'll give you your paperwork back, and they'll let you out. Don't worry. You're going into a prison, you only have to worry about going into a prison if you've been a naughty boy. If you're going in there to deliver stuff, people go in there all the time, you know. if you haven't done anything wrong, you'll just go through, well, you haven't done anything wrong, have you? One bit, you know? You just go through the system. And like I say, you will be escorted, you will be told what to do. When you're delivering as well, they'll say, can you lock the cab? Can I have the keys off you? They're all big on security, but for no other reason than they're big on security. The guys are sound people, the warders are sound, the inmates often help you, they're absolutely sound, they're nice to see your face, just be friendly, do the thing, get the stuff off, get your paperwork signed, get out. There really isn't that much to it. Like I say, it's probably one of the easier jobs because they do actually walk you through it step by step, as opposed to you pulling out of the transport office. 15 minutes later, I've been to 3 different transport offices. What one? Oh yeah, the one down there in the corner behind the locked door that's, and the sign that says beware of the tiger. You don't get any of that. The only thing to be aware of, you can be in there for some time because this procedure takes time. Going through gates, stopping, waiting for it to open, 5 miles an hour, stopping, waiting for it to open. And it did happen to one of our drivers once, to Gordon, where there was a riot and he was in there for 6 hours. He got waiting time, but we now feel sorry for him. That never happens. I'm counting on the fact it's going to happen just once in a lifetime, and Gordon took that bullet. So, like I say, I ain't trying to tell anybody any secrets here. I'm just saying this is what you're going to expect, and I'm sure some of them might be different. They're big on security. Just do as you're told. Let them walk your way through it. It's not too scary. Walk your way out. That's the way it works. So, and it's probably more likely to happen to you if you're in a truck. So if you're in a van, a few boxes, you may get out easier. If you've done a prison in the van, you know, if you come and start, leave us a comment. We'll have a chat about it on Sunday. Failing that, hope you're all well. Hope you're working. Hope you're taking care and taking money. I'm going back in my club chair now. Like reading a book, story time at bedtime, innit?